Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss the spring analogy for primary consolidation. So when initial consolidation ends, primary consolidation starts. So at the very beginning of the primary consolidation, say at t equal to 0, the entire applied pressure say sigma is taken up by the water only as excess pore water pressure. Hence, at time t equal to 0, the pore water pressure is equal to sigma. And at that point, the pressure taken up by solids as effective pressure is 0. That's why at t equal to 0, sigma bar is equal to 0. As the time progresses, the water start escaping and transfer the load shared by the water to the solid particles. So gradually value of u bar decreases and value of sigma bar increases. At the end of primary consolidation, the entire water escapes and transfer the entire load to the solid particles. So value of u bar becomes 0 and value of sigma bar becomes equal to sigma, that is applied pressure. So this phenomena is explained with the help of spring analogy by Terzaghi. The apparatus for this spring analogy is consisting of a cylinder which is provided with a tight fitting piston. There is a valve provided at the top which is initially closed. The cylinder is filled with water and it is also provided with spring of specified stiffness. Let stiffness of the spring be 10 mm per Newton. That means if we apply pressure of 1 Newton, then the decrease in length of the spring will be 10 mm. Let initial length of the spring be 100 mm. And the piston is assumed as a weightless. That means there is no pressure acting on the spring and spring is free of stress. If we apply load on piston, say a load of 1 Newton is applied on the piston and valve is kept closed. So there will be no scope for the water to escape and the pressure will be applied on the water. Since the stiffness of the water is much higher than the stiffness of the spring, the entire pressure will be taken up by the water only. Suppose PS is the load taken by water and PS is the load taken up by spring. So when wall is kept closed, the entire load will be taken by water. That means PW will be equal to 1 Newton and no load will be shared by spring. So PS will be 0 Newton. When we open this wall, water will start escaping and this escaping water will transfer its load to the spring and spring will start sharing loads. After certain time, the load shared by the water will be 0 and the entire load will be taken by spring only. So PS will be 1 Newton. Now since the pressure is acting on the spring will get compressed. The reduction in the length of the spring will be 10 mm as the stiffness of the spring is 10 mm per Newton. So the final length of the spring will be 90 mm. So the equation for this 1 Newton load will be Pw plus Ps equal to 1 Newton. The value of Pw will vary from 1 to 0. At the same time, value of Ps will vary from 0 to 1. So at time t equal to 0, Pw is equal to 1 Newton as Ps is 0. and at T equal to Tf means at the end of the load transfer process, the value of PS will be equal to 1 Newton as Pw will become 0. So now entire load is taken by the spring and no load is shared by the water. So water again can have excess pore water pressure. So if we further increase the load to 2 Newton and keep the valve closed, then this additional 1 Newton force will again be shared by water only as an excess pore water pressure. If we open this valve, the water will again start escaping and at the same time it will transfer its load to spring. So this process of transferring load from water to spring will repeat again. And at the end of the transferring of the load, the compression of the spring will be by 20 mm and the final height of the spring will be 80 mm. So in this procedure, the behavior of the spring can be compared with the behavior of the soil. Also, the load transfer process between the water and the spring is similar to the load transfer process of the water and solid particles in the soil. Thank you for watching.